Small businesses are always important, but this week is particularly important because it's National Small Business Week. So this is a week during the year that gets set aside by the President to sort of recognize and acknowledge the work small businesses are doing in our community. Incfuse is one of those resources that we're providing to those folks who are just trying to get started. You know, it's interesting and a little counterintuitive, but 75% of the new businesses started last year were started by folks with less than a college education. And it's disproportionately valuable to those folks who don't have workforce opportunities to sort of look at how does a small business create wealth and opportunity for them that might not otherwise exist. So small businesses are a key part of our community. They represent great opportunity, and we're doing everything we can to support them and acknowledge them and give them visibility during Small Business Week. Incfuse is all about helping people with a business idea, the passion to get it done, get to the resources they need to take the next step. We talk to small business owners and people who want to start businesses all day long, and a lot of them just don't know where to turn or where to get help. And so what Incfuse does is it brings all those resources together. We saw a need for this because while there's more than 100 resources in Northeast Ohio for small businesses, they're not all well connected together. And so Incfuse kind of stitches them together so somebody who wants to start a business can get all the help they need. There have been small business development centers and SCORE and lots of resources where folks who have experience can get connected to folks who need it. What we've done differently is brought current business owners together to give back a little bit of their time to help somebody take the next step. There's nothing like hearing from somebody who's been there and done that to get help when you're starting a business. Every time we connect an entrepreneur to somebody who can provide help, the shape of that discussion takes its own path, right? It could be just a cup of coffee to answer a few brief questions. It could be a long-term relationship that lasts months or years between individuals if they really have chemistry and can help each other. So we really want to try to make those introductions and see where they go, and we know they'll follow the right path. Connecting people with that experience is really proving to be invaluable. It saves folks lots of steps and lots of money, and we have good examples of that already. There's nothing like learning on somebody else's experience. And so as a small business owner, it can be very expensive to make those wrong steps first. So I think the ability to tap into that experience base is probably the best part of the program. Mistakes are very expensive. We learn from them, but they also cost us time and money. So if you can shortcut that by hearing from somebody else the missteps they made, and you can incorporate that in your own thinking, it helps. The new business owner or the aspiring business owner gets a chance to get access to people who've been there, done that, and also navigate among a pretty complicated system of help. A lot of it free and available to them to help them get their business going. The business owners who are offering advice, you know, sometimes when you're successful, you want to give back a little bit. So that's part of it. But also, we have people who've mentored entrepreneurs for 30 plus years, and every time they get to a new mentee, they learn something new for their own business. So I think they give back a little bit and they get a little bit in the process. When you're starting a new venture, you got to get information and ideas from all over the place. And so if you go to incfuse.com, which is where these resources are, sign up for the 30-day free trial and just look around and see what's there and see if it helps you. You should find in one place all the different resources, whether they're on the web, locally in Northeast Ohio, or throughout the state of Ohio, and people who can help. So you got to ask a lot of questions, gather a lot of information at the beginning of starting a business, and that's what Incfuse is there to help you do. If you'd like to be a resource to somebody who's trying to start a business, also call us at COSE or send us an email through the Incfuse.com site and tell us you want to help. We'll get you hooked up, find out a little bit about what your background is, and see how we can get you involved in helping other entrepreneurs. I think right now we have a few dozen entrepreneurs who tried it out so far and has gotten involved. We're reaching out literally to hundreds of organizations right now to get them involved in helping us support this. And we've got about 30 or 40 entrepreneurs standing by ready to help other small business owners. As we broaden the network of people who can get involved, we're going to get more experience available to those who are trying to start a business. And it's not just about the folks using the Incfuse site, but every partner we work with has a network of small business owners who are helping and potential people who are trying to own a business and bring a business forward. So we're trying to make this network stronger so everybody can help each other a lot more effectively. If you look around you, right, small businesses are sort of the core of almost everything we do. They employ more than half the working population. Oftentimes they're a great opportunity for folks who at lower levels of education to start something, own something, and create some wealth. Small businesses in our inner cities employ more of our inner city residents. So there's all kinds of good things that come out of the wealth building activity of a small business. So everything from getting our daily services dealt with to sort of the biggest breakthroughs in science and technology. So you never know where that next big idea is going to come from. So we're trying to support all of them as they go along the path.